An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
They go with Howard again. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Breeze now to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. Big hold to the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. That's his longest run of the 1st quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. On 1st, they go right back to Howard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Here we go. Come on, get set, get set. Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
On second down, here's Breeze. And Davis has it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. A give to Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. He's to the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Breeze now on 3rd and goal. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
On first down, it's Rosen. Out left side here to Bryant. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Detroit!
Rosen to throw again. The quick slant caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. George Kittle, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Single. 21.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's caught by Howard. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Check. Watch the 4. Cool down. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Good. 5-4, ready. 5-5. Ready, let's check.
Breeze now on first down. Boy, stays up. Forced out to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Ready, let's check.
This is Howard on second down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On second down, here's Rosen. Over the middle, complete. That's Malone. And he's brought down. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
Detroit! Gun! 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 Over!
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Got an open man, it's Radley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Miles. And it'll make this a second and long. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch it now, Barney!
On second down, Rosen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Over! Watch it now, Barney!
Third and long here for Rosen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Crosby puts it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good. Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop. Switzer now to return. Yeah, he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all. Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Not much happening there on first down. I thought there might have been a hole for a split second. Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Ready. Yellow lady. Yellow lady. Where's that? 54.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Caught right side, Davis. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Breeze. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Breeze now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. On first down, Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Uncorks one for Davis. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Switzer now to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no? I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game. Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, four down. Ready? What's that?
Now Breeze. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Breeze now. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Breeze now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Good set. Hey, boys, got 4 down.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Howard. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From midfield, here's Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48.
Oh, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
On first down, Drake. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. Oh, but boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Rosen buying time to his left. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And Crosby puts it through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Switzer now to return. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Breeze now on first down. Now Breeze lost the football. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
4 down. Ready? You waiting? Right there. 54, right there. What's that?
On second down, here's Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He completes it to Peak. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. He gets it here to Peak, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Martavis Bryant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Crosby on now to kick it away. Switzer now to return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. To sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that.
Now Breeze lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Four down, four down. Check, check. Ready. Yellow 80, yellow 80. Flight, 54 flight. Check, check. Watch 54, watch 54. Wait, set. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Wait, shot.
Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one good for 10 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find the crease, you often have bigger guys working with smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the 2nd half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Here we go.
On play action, it's Breeze. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
3 down. Ready. Yellow 80, yellow 80.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Wait, set. 5-5. 5-8. Wait, set.
Oh, a design run for their line out. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Hopkins' kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Room to run past midfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Malone. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Looking deep downfield, and this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Crosby on now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
4 down. Ready? We ready? Mike's 54. 20 seconds. Let's go, B, let's go. Now let's get there.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Good set. Easy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Single receiver. Hey, 21.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. On first down, Murray. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And the Steelers on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on it. Hey, easy. Alert flare. Under.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And his kick is indeed good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. But, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Kansas City, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.